Hello friends and my dear students, as we are studying the special casting methods, in the last session we have discussed about cell molding and how we can prepare the cells and how we can extract the molds with the help of cope and drag pattern. Okay, and what are the advantages, disadvantages, and what are the applications that we have discussed in the last session of special casting method series. So today we will discuss what is the investment casting, which is a very prominent method of casting. And investment casting is also known as lost wax process. Okay. Now, lost wax process, which means wax will be lost as per the just meaning for the sake of the meaning. So investment casting process is also called as lost wax process. Now, what are the basic steps to complete or to prepare the investment casting parts or components? The first step is to produce expandable wax plastic or polystyrene patterns. Means here you can use these three materials for the preparation of patterns, which are wax, plastic, and polystyrene. Okay, so these three materials you can use for the preparation of pattern. Now in the second step is to assemble these pattern onto a gating system. Means you have to assemble these pattern into a gating system. As you can see in the picture, we have to prepare, and after preparation the flask is filled with the investment mold slurry. Okay, means in the third step what you have to do, you have to investing or covering the pattern assembly with the refractory slurry, which is the third part. We'll explain with the help of diagram as well. So in the fourth step what you have to do, you have to melt the pattern assembly to remove the pattern material. Means you have to melt, means you have to heat that pattern assembly so that your pattern material should be removed. Now firing the mold to remove the last traces of pattern material, means firing should be done so that last traces of pattern material should be removed. Now sixth step, which is pouring of molten metal, same as you used to do in the gating system. You have to pour the molten material so in the gating system so that your parts or components should be produced. Now knockout, cut off, and finishing, means you have to knock out, means remove, cut off, you have to cut out the metals and then do the finishing operation so that you should get your investment casting component or part. Now see in the picture, first is wax and plastic is injected into the die. I will zoom a little bit so that you can see this diagram very nicely. Okay, now wax or plastic is injected into the die to make a pattern. Next is pattern are gated into a central sprue. You have to gate it, means you have to arrange your pattern in such a way so that you should prepare a gating system, or you have to follow a gating pattern system. Now pattern are gated into the central sprue, means you have prepared the whole gating system for this investment casting. Next, third step is a metal flask is placed around the pattern cluster, means a metal flask is placed around the pattern cluster. Okay, fourth step is flask is filled with the investment mold slurry, means now you have to fill the investment mold slurry in the flask. Okay, next, after mold material has set and dried, pattern are melted out of the mold, means you have to heat from all the sides of the flask so that pattern material should be removed. Now hot molds are filled with the metal by gravity, means you have to pour the material and this is filled with the help of gravity pressure or vacuum or centrifugal force. After filling the mold, you have to settle it down. Then in the next step what you have to do, mold material is broken away from the casting. Mold material will be broken away and castings are removed from the sprue and gates so that you should get a whole investment casting product. Okay, so in this way your investment casting should be done. Okay, you have to follow these 7 steps for the investment casting procedure. Now what are the ceramic cell investment casting? Ceramic cell investment casting, a ceramic cell is built around a tree assembly by repeating dipping a pattern into a slurry or refractory material such as zircon with the winder. Means in ceramic cell you have to use refractory material such as zircon with winder. After each dipping and stirring is completed, the assembly is allowed to thoroughly dry before the next coating is applied. So in this way you can apply the principle of ceramic cell investment casting. Okay, now what are the advantages of this investment casting? Like, look into that. This will give you tight dimensional tolerances, excellent surface finish up to 1.2 to 3 micrometer. Machining can be reduced or completely eliminated, means post processing method should be removed or maybe removed with the help of investment casting parts. High melting point alloys such can be cast, almost any metal can be cast, means high melting point alloys cannot be cast in the simple casting method. So this method will give you whole investment casting method. Investment casting method will give you to produce some high melting point alloy as well. Almost unlimited intricacy, means any kind of complex method can be produced. Now what are the limitations with this method are, it is costly pattern molds, means special casting methods are generally costly compared to the simple casting methods. Okay, so it is a costly patterns and molds. Labor cost can be high because you need some highly educated or well experienced labor, so that whenever you are handling those parts or investment casting parts, that should not be break. Okay, and limited size means that mass production is not at all optimum with the help of this investment casting. Okay, now what are the applications that we will see? As far as the application is concerned, it is applied in aerospace and rocket components, vents and blades for the gas turbines you can use, surgical instruments also you can use with the help of this. Okay, in the surgical instruments you can also use this investment casting. Okay, now solve the question, what is the proper sequence of investment casting steps? Okay, solve this method with the help of this steps for your investment casting that I have explained. Okay, so I am stopping here. Complete this question and get the answer posted in the comment box of this YouTube video. And meanwhile, subscribe this Engineering College Banswara YouTube channel for more such content of different branches of engineering like computer science, mechanical, civil and electrical. We will come with other special casting method in the upcoming sessions. Thank you so much. Till that time, stay tuned with our Engineering College Banswara YouTube channel. Thank you so much for patience listening.